Hola, buenos dias. This is Kai Pacha with the weekly Paley report. And it's a little cold and windy outside, so I'm going to take off of planet Earth and go to the far distant realms of our galaxy. Let's look down at our solar system from above. Get off this planet for a little while. After all, the sun, Mercury, Chiron is in Pisces. Pisces is multi-dimensional, infinite, infinity, samadhi, nirvana, like way out there. So let's get way out there today, just for a few moments. Yeah, you'll see how that relates to the mantra. But anyway, for now, let's check it out. I want to show you today a little bit how an astrological birth chart reflects the reality of what's going on in our solar system. So let's look at the solar system first, and then I'm going to bring you back to the charts, because this is really all about you becoming your own astrologer, not me telling you what's going on. You just kind of getting in touch with what's going on yourself. So look at. This is just like a chart. We could say that this is, this is going to be Aries over here and Pisces up here. Because why? Well, you can see that if this is geocentric, a chart is geocentric, this is heliocentric. What we're looking at is obviously the sun is in the center, helio. But your astrological birth chart is drawn as if the earth is the center, because that's where you were born. So we start from the earth and we draw a line through the sun, zonk, and it is at late degrees of Pisces. We draw a line from earth through Mercury. It's at late degrees of Pisces. We draw a line from earth through Neptune. It's at earlier degrees of Pisces. If Chiron was here, this program doesn't have Chiron, but we could draw a line from earth through Chiron, and it would also be in Pisces. Then we draw a line from the earth through Venus, and she's down there in Aries. And earth to Uranus over there in Aries. Right now, earth through Mars, still in Aries. But now I'm going to begin to move things a little bit. Here we go, ready? Boom. We're moving. The earth is turning. Okay, the moon is coming around to the full moon. Right there, I should stop it, because we're going to have a full moon on Sunday. And that is the moon, earth, sun, all in alignment. Okay, now it's interesting because Sunday's a big day. Not only is the full moon on Sunday at 22 degrees, 13 minutes of Virgo Pisces, but we also have Mars moving into Taurus. Yes, Mars moves into Taurus actually on Thursday, like tomorrow. Like maybe before some of you even hear this report, Mars will have already moved into Taurus. Oh my God. Okay, so you know that the sign of Taurus is down here. Okay, what else is going on? Well, Mercury is square Saturn. If you drew a line, okay, and this would be a right angle, Saturn, Mercury, Earth, okay, would be a right angle going on here. Let's go back to where we are, actually. Let's go to the actual time. Yeah, this is better, right? You can see it. It's not quite a 90-degree angle yet, is it? No. But if we move forward right about there, right, you can see that this is going to be a 90-degree angle. That is Mercury square Saturn. Pretty super duper, huh? What else? You can see Jupiter square Pluto, Pluto square Uranus, Uranus opposite Jupiter. You see all that going on. So this is all like reflected in, let me do a new share of what? The chart. Look at the chart. Now we see, if this is the Earth in the center, you can see that we have a Sun, Mercury, Chiron, 19, 22, and 24. They are so freaking close together, right? You can see Venus is retrograde, Mars, let me get back here. This is my second round because I blew it the first time. with the recording and everything. Okay. As I'm talking, Mars is still in Aries. Okay. But as we move the chart forward, right there, you can see that on Thursday, Mars goes into Taurus. The moon has moved into Leo, and we keep going forward. Okay. And you're going to see, right, the sun and Mercury. Mercury is going to cruise on forward here. The moon is coming up to the full moon. There goes the full moon right there on Sunday. Ding, 22 to 22, full moon, Sunday. And we keep it going, keep it going. Moon moves into Libra, okay, later on Sunday. And then Mercury, did you see Mercury jump into Aries? Mercury jumps into Aries also on Monday. And of course, the beat goes on. Let me just quickly and rapidly go back to where I was because I want to show you. Watch this, okay? We're going to zoom in a little bit here so you can see why Venus is retrograde. Ready? Here we go. Draw a line through the Earth, through Venus, out here. And now draw another one out here. It's an optical illusion, right? Because it looks from the starry background like Venus is going backwards. It's only because she's passing us up. And at one point, okay, in the future, coming up here, not too long from now, we are going to have Venus conjunct the sun because you can draw a line right through Earth, Venus, and the sun. And if you want to see what's really going to be powerful, watch this moon. I'll tell you what, when the moon comes around, we're actually going to have boing, Earth, moon, Venus, sun, conjunction. When is that going to be? Where's the date on this thing? Oh, yeah, well, you'll see it. Okay. That's like end of March, March 28th, March 29th. I'll have to look at the ephemeris for that. But right now, let me look at the camera and interpret just what all of this astronomy, astrology means in our psychic, spirit, physical reality. Okay. Well, let's see how this works now. It's pretty darn windy out here, and I don't want that wind noise because I want things to be perfect. You know, Pisces Virgo is kind of perfect. Kind of the perfectionists of the zodiac. The Pisces is like super idealistic, like nothing is ever perfect enough on this planet or in my body, so I need to like imagine and assume and build, you know, dream castles in the sky. And Virgo is, I want things to be perfect. I'm going to fix them and get into it and work at it and make it, you know, perfect if it's the last thing I do. So watch out this weekend, you know, kind of get into this place. Well, you know, I'm going to start out with the mantra this week because I think I can just spend the Paleo report talking about the mantra. And I can probably remember it better, I hope. The mantra for this week is, my mind is spinning out of control and I need to bring it back down. For life is a process of knitting the threads of thoughts, words, and deeds into one. Something like that. Yeah? So we've got Sun, Chiron, Mercury conjunction happening out here in Pisces. And like I said, this is, you know, Pisces is escapism, denial, illusions, dreams, multidimensional realities that are, you know, not of this earth, in this dimension, you know, in the 3D realm. So there's no earth, there's no physical, there's no emotional, there's no even mental. It's just like whoosh, will-o'-the-wisp. Will-o'-the-wisp.
And so when Mercury and Chiron and the Sun come together, this can be a time when we really, and also with Venus retrograde, I mean, it's like you got to look at this whole configuration here. This is also square to Saturn up there in Sagittarius. I didn't really point that out, right? But I said Mercury is squaring Saturn. And this, you know, this is a time where what? Well, Saturn brings in reality and 3D and purposeful initiative and business and grounding and practical results and goals. Of course it's square. You know, it's like Pisces, this is like, you know what, I just want to play my guitar. I want to bang on these drums all day. I don't want to work. Yeah, it's like, this is this Pisces Mercury. I want to weave together my soul and my imagination with the infinite source and creator, and you know, and then Saturn is calling us to task. No, you've got work to do. You got to send that email. You've got to, you know, do this, you know, teaching, writing, speaking, working, making money. Get grounded. I mean, it's just like so there's this kind of tension. It's kind of a creative tension at this time. But this tension is also producing some results. What are these results? Ultimately, this Saturn squaring Chiron for all of 2017 ties in a little bit with Jupiter square Pluto for almost all of 2017. And this has to do with each and every single one of us finding a deeper meaning in our lives and a deeper purpose for our existence. So yes, the more you are out of alignment with your soul purpose, the more tension and angst and problems you are going to face and have. Because it's life, it's your unconscious soul kind of like showing you and pushing you. There's more than this. Get outside of what you're doing. It's shutting the door to useless, materialistic, third-dimensional wasting of your soul essence. It's wearing down your magnetic field. It's time to get on track. It's time to get in course. It's time to get in that alignment, that archer. You know, Sagittarius, Saturn is the archer. And Jupiter rules Sagittarius. So this is just like, you know, like I said, this year. The end of illusion. Yes? And profound revelation. So Mercury, Chiron, Mercury can give us the profound revelation that, geez, you know, this is like not fulfilling, not meaningful, kind of empty, kind of useless. I'm feeling kind of like, you know, directionless and out of touch with my tribe and my heart and my people and my love. And, you know, it's like, you know, that can be, okay, the revelation. And, you know, as the illusion gets, you know, wiped away. And that can be what? Well, Saturn squaring Chiron Mercury can also be depression. Depression, right? You know, the illusion gets wiped away and you like see the reality, and the reality is like, oh God, I'm a long ways away from home. I'm a long ways away from where I want to be, from who I want to be, from what I want to be doing. So thank God what? Mars is moving out of Aries, grounding us into Taurus. Yeah? Mars is going into Taurus. It's going to be there more than a month. Okay, it's time to get down, get in our bodies, actively create some income, actively create some material vibrations, right? Some ripples in the ponds of our lives. So it's like, thank God Mars is like, you know, pulling us now to act and to ground and to be. Because we can be just spinning out. I know some people that are spinning out, okay? You know, this is like it is a time where you can end up in the loony bin, yeah? This is like, this Mercury, Sun, Chiron in Pisces. Pisces is also hospitals and institutions. And Mercury is my thoughts and my thinking. And Chiron is wounded. Wounded thoughts and thinking lead to me ending up as the sun in an institution, Pisces. See what I'm saying? You can just astrology is like very, straightforward. You can use anyway. But what we want to do is knit the threads of our lives together, okay, and take, and this is where we are like Shakespeare, or we are like Beethoven, or we are like Picasso, where we take this Piscean imagination, inspiration, beauty, awesomeness that we feel inside. And maybe we want to head out to that. But as human beings, it's not heading out to that. It's bringing that down and bringing that in and making it physical in the third dimension, audible, visual. Yeah? We are the link. We are the co-creators. This is the message, right, of the new paradigm that we are getting in this age of Aquarius. We need to wake up from the dream and the sleep and escaping into dreams and imagination, and take all of those dreams and imagination and make heaven on earth. Make heaven here in our lives, in our bodies, in our relationships. You see what I'm saying? So that's what life is about. And it has also to do with what? Thoughts, words, and deeds. So I've talked about uniting the thoughts with the deeds. Let's get into the words a little bit, because Mercury is words. It's communication. And sometimes in Pisces it can deal with deception. It can deal with lies, exaggerations, beating around the bush. Okay, so this is also a time where you may have, you may need to apply this moon in Virgo. This full moon in Virgo is discrimination and discernment. And you may have to have some wounding conversations, or you may have to deliver some harsh words or some harsh realities to your partner or to your friend or to you. You may need to speak your truth, and your truth may upset the apple cart. But this is where Venus in Aries, retrograde, she's coming in, this feminine warrior goddess, setting a new tone. She's setting a new overtone for the next 584 days as she goes into this underworld. The next 584 days is about the feminine really coming up in a very warrior way, like Kali. Calling a spade, calling shit shit, calling BS BS, calling it as it is, like it is. So our words need to be in alignment, okay? We need to get all of our chakras, spinning, okay, in this, in this same alignment. And that is what life is life is teaching us. So if you're having problems or issues or, getting stuck here or locked up here or frustrated there or depressed about that, it's life, just teaching you, it's telling you there's a message here, there's a meaning here, and that's where astrology in your chart really comes into play. It gives you this bigger, wider, broader picture of your past lives and your soul intention for this life. So get into it. That's what this is about. Yeah, baby. A lot of ways of doing that. So, one more time, just for the record. The Akashic record, that is. My mind is spinning out of control. I need to bring it back down. For life is a process of knitting the threads of thoughts, words, and deeds into one. Namaste. Aloha. So much love.